Great morning, everyone. How are you all doing? It's your girl, Shan. Happy Wednesday. We have made it through the middle of the week. Now, I already gave him a little caution on here. Hopefully, you all got a chance to read it before accepting play, whatever, press and play or whatnot. The reason why I'm talking about this is because sometimes as we go through life and we begin to mature, there are things, especially depending on the regions in which we grow up in, reside in currently, and things like that, that over the years, I've heard them mention being unattractive, not sexy. I know I've heard a lot of singles. I don't understand why it is that I'm not with somebody and this and that and other. And this may not be the case. So I don't want anybody getting their feelings, but it may not be the case. But I'm just going to have to go ahead and just state some facts and some truth. If you are one to get easily offended, you can go ahead and just click right on up off of here, because you got people to get up all in their feelings for nothing, and it's a choice. We talked about that 2 days ago. Now let's go ahead. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, so married individuals, husbands and wives, I need us to start listening to the cues, the verbal cues that our spouse say. Okay, because when you've been married and you learn how to effectively communicate, what you do not want to do is say things that can start a riot in your home. Okay, so you learn how to speak in a way where you're trying to get what you want to convey across without hurting your spouse's feelings. But sometimes it goes smooth over the individual's head. They're not paying any attention. Okay, I'll get to it when I can. Then I'm going to also be talking to the singles as well. So let it be known, it's no random order. I'm going to go on all up and through this, okay? Now, those who are married, and I'm going to speak from a husband speaking to a wife, right? If you hear your husband say something like, hey, baby, when the next time you going to get, good morning, Simone. Hey, baby, when the next time you going to go, when the next time you got your hair appointment? Hey, baby, when the next time you going to get your feet done? And stuff like that. It's not that it's necessarily talking about you, but it may be if you keep hearing your spouse say something repetitively over and over again and they asking you a question. What we tend to do as people is we are so busy in life. Oh, I schedule something, and 6 months later you ain't did it. And I know you like, Shan, where are you going with this? Because your spouse is trying to tell you, I'm going to tell you if they don't tell you, that, baby, you need to go get your feet done. And they probably won't say, baby, your feet are crunchy. Okay. Now they might, depending on who you're married to and how open y'all are in y'all's marriage. Or, baby, your hair is looking kind of rough. Can you get it together? Now, I know a lot of people say, well, usually it don't. I'm just being honest. Now, let me start from the head and I'm going to take it all the way down to the feet. So, husbands, men, okay, let me go ahead and holler at you. It's okay. And I think most women love to see their man working. Like when you out there cutting that grass and that good old sweat is just glistening, baby. You got sweat dropping off of you like you in a sauna. That right there could be very much sexy. But it's a caveat to that, okay? Don't get your dripping, sweaty backside in the bed and think you're going to go to sleep. I don't know what it is about men, especially when they get comfortable. You smelling like a whole dump truck, but then you get your tail in the bed. Now, remember when I said some time back, and I think it still holds true to this day. Remember what I said. When someone comes in your house, ladies, and they come over to visit and your house is nasty, guess who they blaming? They not blaming your husband. They gonna say Shan keeps a nasty house, okay? Because usually it's always associated with the woman of keeping the house clean. So this is the same thing. Husbands, I understand you work hard and everything, but don't get your behind in the bed and you ain't took a shower. Let me start with the head, okay? I'm gonna start with it's equal opportunity around here. So, husbands, it's very important for you to wash your hair. Wives, it is very important for you to wash your head. I have seen women, and I understand that there's conditions and things like that. I'm not bagging on nobody's condition. If you got a condition, this don't apply to you, whatever, because I don't even know you. You going to get mad and you going to click out, but I don't even know you. But let me go ahead and talk about it. So there have been situations where you got men that your hair smell like a hot mess and you won't even wash your hair in the shower. Okay, that's not sexy when your wife roll over over to cuddle with you, because most women like to be held, to cuddle with you and your hair smelling like a whole mess. Okay, good morning, Miss Delia. Somebody come on through and tell the truth with me, okay? Your hair smelling like a whole mess. Ladies, let me holler at you. It's becoming very popular, especially in certain ethnicities, where you wearing these sew-ins, you know, you got your wigs on, whatever the case may be. That's okay. However, people shouldn't smell your head coming before they see you. Okay? I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to help a brother or a sister out. And I don't mean ethnic wise. I'm trying to help you out. People should not smell you coming before they see you. Now, these are some other things that, you know, I happen to learn over the years and just in general conversation. Let's go on to, let's talk about the face real quick. Something that I always would educate when I sit down with people, because I love, you know, talking, I love educating or whatever, is one common mistake that we make as women is we slap a whole bunch of makeup on, but we don't take care of our skin. Now, you can look at me. I ain't got nobody. I got some gloss on. You know what I'm saying? But we don't take care of our skin. And one thing that we do is, instead of taking care of the foundation, which is bumped up, you got a lot of bacteria, infection on your face. A lot of people may say, well, Shan, this is common sense. People should know this. Everybody don't know it. You may know it and you may have been taught, but everybody don't know it. So if your face is all bumped up, you slapping on a whole bunch of makeup over it, it's not gonna help your bumped up face. Okay, good morning, Kashimi. That's just like your car being dirty. Now, your car look like you done went mudding, but you putting some wax over it trying to help and preserve your paint. No, it's not gonna work. So I encourage you, because that's why a lot of men, and I'm talking about in the single realm, I've heard men say this. That's why a lot of men generally don't like women to wear a whole bunch of makeup when you looking like a whole different person. When I seen you yesterday, you look like this. When I seen you 2 days ago, I can't even ID you in a lineup, if we can just keep it real on this morning. Good morning, Holly. So I'm just being straight up with that. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but this is just some things, self-check for us to consider. And so with that, most men, you take off your mask. I'm gonna say it like this: you take off your mask and you look like a whole different person, because that ain't the person that they look. So now, men, let me go ahead and holler at you. So I'm gonna need, and women too, women, I just pray to God that this is not the case, but this is so not attractive, getting them nose hairs. Okay, getting them. It was an Asian lady that I talked to years ago when I was stationed at Fort Campbell. She said, that is such the most disgusting thing. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Get them nose hairs. Because if you look in the mirror and you see them nose hairs is touching your top lip, or it's playing peekaboo anywhere out your nose, that's disgusting. So I'm going to need us to go ahead and handle that. They got so many tools available in the health and beauty store to get at that. Okay. Now, men, as you grow older, for some reason, you got hair that started to grow out your ears. That's not sexy or attractive either. The reason why I'm going down the body, and I ain't even finished, I just got to the head. The reason why I'm going down the body is because when we get married, and we've been married for a long time, we get comfortable, okay? But there's some things, if you sitting up wondering why your spouse don't find you attractive anymore, it's just the little things. You know, the word of God say the little leaven ruin the whole roll, okay? It's the little things. And see, we think that it's the big things that satisfies our spouse. It's the little things, okay? Let me go ahead and talk about this mouth. Let me get on this mouth. If you look in the mirror and you look at your teeth and your gum line is gunked up, to where you can't even really see the top of your gum line because you got so much tartar and all this other stuff, it is okay to floss, okay? Because what happens, that's like back in the day when them guys had that phase where they had a fake teeth, the fake grills in their mouth, and they wouldn't brush their teeth. I don't know if they thought the grills was protecting it. That's not attractive. That is not sexy by no means. Go on ahead and hit that dental hygiene, okay? Especially if you've been eating on something and got trapped in your teeth. We got to understand, we cannot allow our mouths to turn into a whole science project, and then we think that's sexy when we talking to people, because when you open up your mouth, you burning somebody's nose hairs. Ain't nobody gonna tell you the truth, but I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not trying to be funny. I am very factual in this, because I've seen people who've been married some years, and my thought was, because you know, shit, I always think something, How do your husband or your wife put up with that? Your breath is really hot right now. Now, you, like I said, you got people who got conditions. I ain't talking, some people can't help it, but most can. So I'm talking to the ones that can. Now, it's country hot. I don't know where you are in the United States or around the world, but here in Texas. So I give a prime example. When I was first stationed in Germany in the military, I was in a culture shock because, no disrespect to anybody that's German, but let's keep it real. It was a whole bunch of hairiness going on, and these were the women. And I used to sit up and think, how in the world? But I had to come to the realization that that is their culture. Generally, here in the United States, we don't have that. Generally, you plucking the chin. Good morning, Natasha. You handling this. You ain't walking around with a goatee. You getting them underarms and you shaving them legs. Generally, a man like to see a nice shaved leg, if we can be real. You know, the underarms, you can't look like you putting somebody in a headlock. And I know they used to be an old comical joke, but I'm just keeping it real. A lot of men don't find that sexy and attractive, especially if you a woman wearing something that your armpits is visible. So some people may say, well, I never thought about it like that. Good morning, Jackie. I need y'all to drop some good old comments while I'm talking of what you have found to be unattractive in the opposite sex, because you don't understand. You're going to help somebody in their marriage, and you're going to help somebody that is not yet married, but there's some things that they need to consider and think about. Good morning, Angelia. So yeah, that's the thing. Get the hair, handle the hair situation. Now, you do have some men, a small percentage, that likes a nice hairy woman. If that's what your man like, that's what you do. But for most, that is very unattractive. Now, let me go ahead and holler at these men real quick. Now, you have some women, because I've had that conversation, that they don't mind you having a hairy chest, or you got a whole bear suit going on your chest. They don't mind it. They like it. They think it's sexy. You got most who they don't want to see the hamburger meat on your chest, and they don't find that to be sexy, you know. So they, hey baby, can you shave that? Because when I'm trying to lay on your chest, I start itching, you know, like some, especially if the man is smelling like a whole dump truck and you ain't even working on your hygiene. You know, one of the rules in my house for everybody, I don't care if you come and visit or not, don't get your behind in none of my beds. Okay, I'm country now, on none of my beds, and you ain't ran no water past your body first. Okay, I'm just being honest. Don't, because I'm medical. So my mind is thinking about all the bacteria, the dirt, the grit, and the grime that you have on your body, and you about to get in the bed because you ain't washed your whole body. You getting in there and you wallowing around like a pig, so all my sheets is gonna be nasty, and I got to wash it more than not. Okay. Now, so I done talked about the men. Okay, ladies, look here. Because, see, I'm being honest. Y'all think this is common sense, but a lot of people don't know this. And I promise I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just trying to make it plain up in here. It's hot, especially down in Texas. I don't know where else. You know, Georgia got a different type of heat. Hey, how you doing, April? Georgia got a whole different type of heat. Arizona got a whole different type of heat. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it requires you to take more than one shower a day. You know, when you walk out in the heat and it's that attitude hot, your face is like, you like, oh, you catch an instant attitude. Some of y'all live in these places to where this takes place. In saying that, ladies, it is very important for us and the guys, but I'm gonna holler at my ladies real quick, then I'm gonna get on the guys. I used to teach my sons, wash your hot spots, okay? Wash all your hot spots. Because, Miss Delia, you funny. Wash all your hot spots. Because when somebody can smell you coming around the corner before you hit that corner, something is wrong with it. Ladies, I've been in the presence of women, and it's hot. It's hot. It's crazy hot. It's almost 100 degrees down here in Texas. Sometimes it's 95 in the morning time. But I've been in the presence of ladies that when you walk into the room, your essence light up that whole room in a negative way. If people are scrunching up their noses, if people are instantly complaining about having headaches, especially if you're sensitive to smell, we may want to examine ourselves and do a self-check. Is that me that's smelling like that? You know how sometimes, and I know I'm not the only one, you walk out the house, I done walked out the house before, you feel your arms get to tingling, and you like, oh Lord, did I put on deodorant today? And you going secretly somewhere to smell under your arms? we need to do a self-check. And the reason why we don't ask people questions is because we don't want to know the truth. But like I always tell my kids, good morning, Cousin Kim, I'm not going to let you walk out this house looking crazy. Why? Because I'm a mama and it reflects me. That's how I was taught, and that's how I teach my kids. So if your body is on a straight hum and you got that good old body odor, and then you got the nerve to be trying to hug all up on people. No, don't do that. Don't do that. One thing that I have learned over the years, and you know, some people say put stuff in your bath water. Some people say you don't. You put your little bath salts up in there, but sprinkle you. I'm country now, but sprinkle you a little baking soda in your bath water, ladies, when you get in the tub and you sit down. You know what I'm saying? Because that may help with some of that odor. But my single ladies, let me holler at you real quick. You can't expect a man to be attracted to you when every time he come around, he got a headache. You know how some women be lying and they say they got a headache and they on their cycle so they don't have to have no intimate relations with their spouse. I didn't mean to tell the secret, ladies. But you got some ladies to be lying. You know, some is real, but some be lying. Oh, yeah, and vinegar. Okay? Help all that out. Come on, Kashimia. So like I said, if you just joining, drop some comments of what you have found over the years to be unattractive, okay? Let's go on down the body. Now, when we talk about the hot spots, we need to hit up the hot spots. The feet, okay? Now, I'm a country girl, and I'm used to walking around barefooted. That's before I joined the army, and then the boots made my feet kind of sensitive. Now, depending on where you at in the regions of the world, this may not be a big thing, but for most, it can be. So, your heels, okay? If you walk out there, sometimes you can put a little baby oil, a little skin so soft or something like that on your feet, you know, because you don't want your feet ashy and stuff like that. But if your heels looking like it's black and green and you walking on this much of dead skin, baby, I would encourage you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost to go and get that taken care of. It used to be very expensive back in the day. And that's why I say, if your man is asking you, your husband asking you, baby, when the next time you got your pedicure appointment? When a man is keeping up with your appointment, now some do that, you know, just like they know when their wife cycle and all that kind of stuff. When they keeping up with your appointments like that, and it's a little past that time, then baby, I'm gonna need you to go and handle that, okay? Because I do remember a person and people who used to work with me at this time. When I tell you the back of her heels was black and green, okay? And she always wanted to wear flip-flops. That's not sexy or unattractive in any type of way. I done quickly ran through the whole body. So if you just not joining me, I'm going to need you to start back at the beginning. Listen to the social cues of your spouse, the person that you are married to. Listen to what are they telling you verbally without directly telling you. It is our individual responsibility to do a self-check. Men, like I said, if you smelling like a whole dump truck and you single, no woman want to be up on you. Most women love the smell of a clean man with a nice clean cologne on, okay? Especially if they trying to cuddle up with you at night. You know, most women, you like to lay on your husband's chest, listen to their heartbeat. You know, you go off to sleep, rock-a-bye baby. Okay, so those of you are single, go ahead and put this away in your little coin, your little golden nuggets bank or whatever. Keep this in mind. And let me tell you one more thing that you ought not to do if you're single, okay? Come on, help me, married folks. Y'all been married a month of Sundays, okay? Help me. One thing you ought not to do is put up with stuff, and my husband had just said this in one of the recent shows. Don't put up with stuff for people that you are dating in the beginning. And then it get all serious and it becomes a problem when you get married. You accepted that. So if you accepted him with his crunchy feet smelling like a whole swamp, getting up in the bed, you booed out up, talking about, well, I just get past this, and then when it gets serious, I tell him about it. No, you ain't got to be mean, but you can go ahead and let him know in the beginning. Especially if he asks you straight out, what do you find attractive and unattractive? I find body odor unattractive. It's okay to say that because you never know. He may not have been taught just like she may not have been taught. You know what I'm saying? Females and males alike. These are things that people find unattractive. These just the simple things that we can do. We can hit that good old toothpaste. We can hit that good old mouthwash. Deodorant is our friend. Even though I know some people go natural, it's okay to be natural. Just find a natural way to keep your body from smelling. Now, in some countries and some cultures, Body odor is a thing. That's okay. It's a hey, if that's in your country, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But in the great United States, generally that's not a thing. So, like I said, if it's some things over the years that you have found to be unattractive in males, females, whatever the case may be, go on ahead and drop it. Because you got to understand, and this is what I always like tell my family and I tell my spouse. My husband don't let me walk out the house looking crazy and smelling crazy, and I don't do the same. Let him walk out the house looking and smelling crazy just like my kids. Train them up in the way that they should go, baby. And you are not going to walk up out this house looking crazy, because that's a reflection of your mama, okay? So, let's start grooming our, ooh, dirty nails. Ooh, Kashmir, girl, don't get me started, girl. I could think about the science projects with that. But let us start training up these babies in the right way. If your daughter is smelling, if your daughter is, whatever your daughter, because, people get sensitive about their kids, then I'm going to need you to go ahead and be truthful. Because if family can't be truthful to you, then it's going to hurt when the world be truthful to you. If your boy's walking out the house, oh, yeah, well, he ain't took a shower, changed his underwear in like a whole week. Mamas, I need us to get on them boys. Daddies, I need us to get on them boys. Because, see, we have to understand that we are raising them to be somebody's spouses. So we can't abandon our kids. That's almost a level of child abuse. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about some things because, ooh, Tasha, Jesus, girl, that is so unattractive. Ooh, okay, I just wanted to talk about some things because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't want to see your drawers. Pull them up, please. Talk about some things on today when it comes to unattractiveness. That's not sexy. Don't get so complacent in your marriage if you are married to where you feel like that you don't need to do these things anymore. Grooming is a very important part. Yes, April, a very important part of sexiness and attractiveness. What you don't want to happen is that your spouse fall out of love with you, or they're no longer attracted to you because you let yourself go. That's basically what it is, okay? So your girl, she ain't gonna be back with y'all tomorrow with some more truth. Like I always say, if nobody's gonna tell you, your girl, she ain't gonna tell you. You can get mad at me all you want because I don't even know you and I don't know what you're going through. And maybe it's God that's sending me to talk about this to help you out, okay? So y'all go ahead and be a blessing to somebody today, not a curse. Share this because it's free. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Again, I say share this because it's free. If you never liked our page and none of that kind of stuff, do that. You know what I'm saying? And your girl Shannon be back with y'all on tomorrow with some more truth that God has placed on my heart pertaining to relationships, singleness, and marriage. Okay? God bless and blessings to you.